All right, we're on hole number one of the East Coast tournament. It is in a Monday's practice round, maybe qualifying round. I'm going to play a few holes and see how it's going. This is so if we look at the holes here, this is a birdie hole. There's -1. There's a -2. This is a birdie hole. That's -3. A par 5. There's a -4. There's -5. This hole can be eagled. You have to get an eagle on this hole. 5, 6, 7. And you can do it pretty consistently. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that means an 11 is our minimum score here. And if I counted correctly, this hole right here is a hole that you can epic fail on. If you get caught up anywhere up here in the front, you are in big trouble. If you're way down here in the front, you might be able to use the island to bounce on and get over. You have a shot. But if you're anywhere else up here in the front, your shot of getting an eagle is toast, and you have to get an eagle on that hole. This hole right here, you can give yourself an eagle shot here or bleeding through and getting out here into your long iron range. You'll be in wood here and long iron here. But it's difficult to get down there. It is very easy to come to this hole with the intention of getting an eagle and ending up with a par. So this is a birdie hole all day, and you have a big risk of epic failing. This is a very tough par 3. Very tough. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to epic fail on this hole. This par 5 right here. Whew. The best way to ensure an eagle is to hit as far as you can down here, work that shot, and then come at it with a big dog, 3 power, 4 power ball, and try and bleed up. You won't be able to see the green, so it's better to come at it and be a little short, because on the backside it goes green, fringe, fairway, rough. Bam, you're in the rough. I mean, they're really small on the backside of it. So on the front, you've got a little bit better shot, and if you end up being a little short, it's not the end of the world. Let's go back one. Hole number this is a very hole-in-oneable par 5 here. I mean, it's not a high percentage one, but you got a good look, and there's a ton of different ways to come at it. You got a serious shot of picking this up. This is a hole, if you're focusing on holes where you have a shot of picking up one. This par 4 and this par 3, these are 2 holes, but this par 4 right here, you have a really serious shot if you can end up in the right spot. Don't overdrive it and close off the fairway or the green up here. And I clicked on it and I went to that page. We have a shot of picking one up there. This is definitely a hole to focus on. This hole right here, you have a eagle shot from out here or up here, but it's not the best one in the world. But your best chance of getting an eagle is if you can make it over in 1. 5 power ball. You might, if you caught everything perfect, be able to get over the 4 power ball, but your best bet is with a 5 power ball, because you're trying to get it way up there. But that has a hole right there that it's a birdie hole. And that means that par is 1 misstep away. So this hole right here is going to ruin. There is going to be some people that this hole, I've shot this hole for a long time, and the deal is if you're playing this hole with lower developed stuff, you're going to have to be further out here in the mouth because you have less backspin on your clubs. And what you don't want to do is you feel like you've got to put a bunch of curl on it, and in order to get it to the hole, and you'll end up clipping this rough over here or end up in the sand. And you can run it up and it backboards and feeds down towards the cup. So you can run it up there and let the green do its work, and it'll funnel it towards the hole. I like to shoot a little bit. If you've got upper developed clubs, you can shoot a little bit farther up into this mouth, and you can get up into this area where you're in front of the sand, and your chances of epic fail are 0, but it's a very low percentage hole-in-one hole. Hole number 1. This is a great hole. This is another hole. If we're focusing on holes, hole number 1, hole number 4, and hole number 5, and hole number 9, those are our best opportunities. There's a serious albatross shot on hole number 9. And those are our best opportunities on holes to pick one up. And so the other holes, we really want to make sure on those other holes that are just brutal that we that we go out there and we have the minimum score down pat. So now we're giving ourselves as good a look as we can. But you've got to score that minimum score because there's a lot of people in the bracket that aren't going to get it. All right, hole number 1. I'm going to try and get up by these shadows. I've tried this week, and unless I bring out a bigger power ball, I'm not going to be able to get up into this area unless I brought out like a 4 power ball. And I could. I'm going to bring out a 5. I'm possibly practicing today, so and I may qualify. So I'm going to bring out a firework ball. That's a 4 power 3 side spin ball, and that's exactly what I need on that type of hole is side spin to get me around and see if I can miss that sand trap out there. So I'm going to take my extra mile. And I think in this account, my Apocalypse is only level 2. So let's compare an extra mile versus an APOC 2. So I'm losing 5 yards in distance, and I'm losing some topspin as well. But I am picking up some curl. So I'm going to stick with the extra mile just for the extra distance. I'm trying to pick up distance. 4 power 3 side spin. We'll take our number 1 bag, and if I'm in my preferred area up here, I'm going to need all my backspin stuff. Everything else can get me out of trouble, but if I am in the rough, a machete would come in nice and handy. And it hits the same as my Nirvana. As far as accuracy, they're real close. So whatever, the same thing when I play these 2 clubs, whatever I do with my Nirvana, it's the same thing I do with my machete. All right, there we go. That's the stuff we're taking on that hole. And let's see how far we can get up in that hole. All right. If you can get up into your claw range up there, got a really good shot. My claw hits 1.5 per ring. I'm either going to be a maximum claw or I'm going to be a minimum Saturn. My Saturn hits 3.3 at minimum. Claws 1.5. My goal is to get up here, and where I'm normally at is like right over here in this corner, right up against the shadows. And I'm trying to get a little to the right, but I want to get, I'd like to pick up half the distance to the sand. See if my opponent got it right. Looks like they did. Very nice. Nice shot. That was a very nice shot with the Marlin. They're in their long iron range. That's a nice place to be if they brought a Saturn. They brought a club with backspin. Get more side spin and less distance. All right, the wind's going to blow me. That's where I'm at, where I'm on my orange ring off. The wind's going to blow me. I'm going to go about half my orange ring out. And I hit it 2 rings great on the inside, 2 rings great to the right. That's definitely in my claw range. And unless I brought, and if I would have hit that perfect, I'd ended up in the rough. I would have actually bled through. The extra mile just doesn't have enough curl to get it around that bend. And I hit it 2 rings great on the side that I wanted to try and get more curl. I'd have to bring my Apocalypse and sacrifice the distance. But if I did that, I could put all of the topspin on. I wasn't able to put all of the topspin on with the extra mile. So the Apocalypse, even though I'm losing a little bit, I can pick a little bit of it back up. And I'll definitely get more of that right hand curl. A lot more. In the hole. Nice shot. Very nice. That's the way to start off a round. Okay, I'm in maximum. There's max claw, so I'm in maximum claw. So max claw is 1.5 per ring, so there's 3, it's about 2.5 rings. And I hit 1 ring great to the left. One ring great to the left. That was an awesome shot on our opponent's part. Nice shot. Getting it done with the Marlin. I'm going to bring an Apocalypse the next time I play this hole. I'm going to bring an Apocalypse and see what kind of distance I can get out there if I can get in my claw range. I can, if I bring out a Kingmaker, it's a 50-50. Sometimes I'm in my Saturn, sometimes I'm in my claw, and I'd rather be in my claw range. But that's why I'm trying to get further around that corner. So I'll keep working on that hole. But that's definitely the shot that I'm working on this week to see if I can get into that range. All right, that's hole number 1 of the East Coast tournament, and Monday's practice, maybe qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.